Hi guys, it's Sam, and I am really tired today. I am tired. I could just pass out on this floor right now and fall asleep. That has nothing to do with this video, but I felt like telling you that. So it's probably going to be a little bit of a rambly video because I am tired. I can't think anymore. But I'm filming it anyway because, you know, that's how I roll. So at the time of filming this video, it is exactly 1 month until the Series 8 premiere of Doctor Who. So I thought it was high time for another Doctor Who video. So here I am, filming another Doctor Who video. I decided to give you guys a list of the things that I am anticipating / hoping for / looking forward to for Series 8. Just so you guys are aware of what I am looking forward to in Series 8. And maybe you guys are looking forward to some of the same things. I don't know, but this is just me. This is what I am hoping for. So I went through and I thought about it, what I was hoping to and expect in Series 8 and what I was looking forward to, and now I will share them with you all. So I figured we might as well address the most obvious one on my list first, and that of course is seeing Peter Capaldi in action as the new Doctor. I like Peter Capaldi. I think he's an excellent actor, and I cannot wait to see his portrayal of the Doctor. I especially like from the teaser trailers and such that we have gotten that it appears that he'll be playing a more dark Doctor, which I kind of like after the you know, high energy, somewhat childish, whimsical portrayals of the Doctor that was David Tennant and Matt Smith. So I'm kind of looking forward to a slightly more darker Doctor, sort of like 9 or Doctor 6, and I am excited to see how he will portray that. I think it'll be a good shift, especially given the direction that the show is currently going. I'm excited to see him in action, and a month from now I will finally be able to see Peter Capaldi as the Doctor. The next thing that I'm looking forward to in Series 8, which is also probably a little bit obvious, of course, is the return of Gallifrey. As we all know by now, Gallifrey is set to return, and I'm really hoping that Moffat will address it in one season instead of dragging out over multiple seasons. I want to see the return of Gallifrey by the series finale. I am so excited. I think that it was a good shift that Russell T Davies did in bringing Doctor Who back and having the Time War and all of that. I think it really carried the show well when it came back, and it's added a really interesting twist, and not just in terms of plot, but also in terms of how the Doctor is portrayed and his relationships and such because of the guilt he carries, etc. But I think it is high time Gallifrey is set to return. I feel like the return of Gallifrey will add tons of new plot opportunities for the show in the years to come, and I'm excited to see how that will all play out. So I hope that he discovers Gallifrey sooner and later, and hopefully that will happen in Series 8. Next thing I'm hoping for in Series 8 is the return of the Master, because I personally feel you cannot have the Doctor without the Master. I would love to see, especially Peter Capaldi, face off against the Master, because I think that would just be, I think he would portray it in such an intense and cool way, and I really want to see that. And I know there's been lots of rumors that the Master is set to return in Series 8, and I'm hoping that is true because I really want to see it. And I would like to see sort of a return to the Delgado type Master, where he's slightly more creepy and hypnotic and calm. More creepy, I think, than the John Sims Master. I love the John Sims Master too, and I think it's a perfect pairing against David Tennant, but I think a Delgado type Master would be excellent against Peter Capaldi, and I really hope that they bring the Master back, because, I mean, you do. It's like the Daleks, you gotta have him. I'm also hoping for more new creepy monsters in Series 8. I think that there have, especially in recent years, a certain fallback on the old monsters and aliens, the Cybermen and the Daleks, and you know, that type of thing. I would love to see more creepy new aliens and monsters, which again, from new filming photos, it appears that we will be, so I'm anticipating that. I mean, of course, it's always good to have the classics in there. Like, you can't have a Doctor not face off against the Daleks, for instance, but I would like to see more creative and scary, freaky aliens and things in the next series of Doctor Who. The next thing I'm anticipating or hoping for in Series 8 is a return of really good 2-part episodes. And I mean, episodes where I feel like there should be 2 parts. Unlike the Rebel Flesh and Almost People 2-parter that was in Series 6, where I felt like it could have been just 1 episode. I felt like they dragged it out too much. I would like to see a return of 2-parters, because I don't think there was one last year at all, if you don't count the trilogy of The Day of the Doctor, The Name of the Doctor, The Time of the Doctor. I would like to just see a return of a 2-parter episode where it is a fully fleshed out story that doesn't feel like it's being dragged out and there's lots of action and things happening. I just think that would be cool to have that return, because I feel like if it's done well, you can have a really good story told over 2 episodes that would not fit in one. And I just want to see it. I want to see it, because I mean, it's just nice to have more than 1 episode with the same story, if that makes any sense. I feel like this isn't making sense, but we're just gonna go with it, and I hope you understand what I mean, because like I said, I'm tired and I can't articulate my thoughts very well right now, but we're gonna continue on with this video anyway. Next thing that I am anticipating for Series 8 is a return to historical episodes, specifically historical episodes centered around a historical figure, because they haven't done that in several seasons, I think. Not since, what, season 5 with Winston Churchill. I would like to see that return, because I think it's interesting, like the Agatha Christie episode and the Marco Polo episode from Classic Who, and just, you know, it's just cool. I like the Doctor meeting historical figures, and I believe that they're going to have that happen this season. There's rumors that he's going to be meeting the real Robin Hood, which I think is cool, so I cannot wait to see that episode, because, you know, I find the Middle Ages fascinating anyway, and of course Robin Hood's in the Middle Ages, and I like the Robin Hood stories, so it's just perfect. So if that's true, I can't wait to see that. Next, I am really hoping, and I think this is wishful thinking, but I'm really hoping for the return of an old companion. And it could be a companion from Classic Who or New Who, I don't care. I just want to see a return of another companion. I just like that dynamic, sort of like how Sarah Jane saw the Doctor again as 10, you know, since she has last seen him as 4. I think that would be really cool. I like seeing a companion return, especially when he's changed faces, and seeing the current companion meet an old companion. And really, I would love it to be Donna, but we all know that's not going to happen because of her whole memory thing, because Donna's my favorite companion, and I really, really want her back. But even if it's not Donna, I would just love to see the return of an old companion. I mean, if they're bringing Gallifrey back, you know, who knows, maybe they could bring back the Doctor's granddaughter, something like that. I just want to see the return of an old companion, which I think it kind of links eras too, not just from Classic Who to New Who, but also from writer eras, so like Russell T Davies era to the Moffat era, and it just makes the show, I think it just kind of unites the show, if that makes any sense, unites the seasons. I don't know, I just want to see it. I like seeing, it makes me feel nostalgic, I guess. I like to see the return of old characters. Another thing that I'm excited about for Series 8 is that there are going to be 2 companions. It was said that there is not only going to be Clara, but another fellow teacher at the school that she teaches at, joining them as a companion, which I think is awesome, because it kind of harkens back to the Classic Who era with the first Doctor and Ian and Barbara, and they were both teaching at the same school that Clara's teaching at. And I just like the dynamic of more than one companion in the TARDIS, sort of like, you know, the Amy Rory dynamic, or even just the ones from Classic Who, like Adric and Tegan and Issa and stuff, which I actually don't like Adric and Tegan, but I'm just saying, having more than one companion in the TARDIS just adds an interesting dynamic that I like, and so I'm excited to see that play out this next season. Another thing that I'm hoping for Series 8 is a more subtle story arc, sort of like we saw it in the Russell T Davies era, where you just kind of, where each episode is kind of its own story, but there's this underlying theme uniting each episode that is really subtle, that you have to kind of be paying attention to notice, like the Bad Wolf story arc, or the Master, the Saxon story arc, where you just like subtly mentioned in an episode that you have to be paying attention to get it. I would love to see a return of that than the more complex story arcs. It's not that I don't like the complex story arcs of the Stephen Moffat era, but I think to a certain degree it sort of detracts from the episode a little bit. I just like this more subtle story arcs, because I feel like you have to really be paying attention to pick up on it, and it's a little bit more of a mystery, and I like the tie-in at the end. I do like the more complex story arcs that Moffat has introduced, but I would also like to see a more subtle story arc for this next season, especially with the new Doctor coming on, and, you know, the revelation of Gallifrey potentially returning. I think there's already a lot going on without there being a more complex story arc, such as the cracks in the universe, as well as the Doctor's death, things like that, which I have a feeling, though, that Series 8 story arc is probably going to have to do with the return of Gallifrey, but you never know. We shall see, and I can't wait to find out. The last thing that I am excited for about Series 8 is seeing Clara in action with a new Doctor, because I have to be honest, the beginning of Season 7, I wasn't so sure if I liked Clara. I wasn't really connecting with her character very well. I really liked her in The Snowman, but then when she came on in Series 8, I was like kind of, you know, flip-flopping on whether or not I really liked her. But watching her in The Day of the Doctor and The Time of the Doctor, I really, really started to like her. And I think she'll definitely be known more as the new Doctor's companion, more so than Matt Smith. And I'm excited to see that dynamic between them. And I think it'll really develop her character more fully. And I just can't wait. Pretty much, guys, I just can't wait for Series 8. This is just what I am hoping for and anticipating and looking forward to for Series 8. I'm sure all of you other Whovians out there have things that you are anticipating and you can't wait for. So let me know down in the comments what those are, because I love to talk about Doctor Who, because in case you can't tell, I'm just a little teensy-weensy bit obsessed. And just so you guys know, I actually help run a Facebook group, a little Facebook Doctor Who group called For the Love of All Things Whovian, and I'll leave the link down below if you guys want to come and join. It's a relatively small group. There's a bunch of us. We like to just discuss episodes. We do like episode discussions on the weekends. We haven't done that past couple months, but I'm bringing it back actually for this weekend. So yeah, just click the link down below and join if you would like. It's a fun group where everybody's pretty nice and stuff. And yes, I hope you enjoyed this video, my little Doctor Who video, and if you liked, please thumbs up and subscribe, and until next time, guys, bye!